Today we're going to do a workout with me, so I'm going to go through a full workout and you can tag right along with me. As far as reps go, you can increase or reduce. If you increase, clearly you might have to rush to catch up to the next movement. I'm not going to go too fast, but I'm going to do 5 things. I'm going to do the 100 for abs. I'm going to do squats, which is going to work glutes, quads, hams, back, core. I'm going to work sumo side bends for obliques. Then I'm going to do push-ups on a big ball because I like them on the big ball. Then I'm going to finish with a tricep press. So props today, I'm going to use a big ball for push-ups. I've got a fitness circle here, so I'm going to have that between my ankles for the 100. I like to get the extra inner thigh work. Tricep press, I've got 2-pound weights, and I may also use them for my squats. So you don't need any prop for any of this. When it gets to the push-ups, you can just do them with your hands on the mat, either on your toes, traditional, or on your knees. Or if you're not doing the deep push-ups, go to anything that's about waist high and you can do your push-ups from there. Still, it's quite effective standing up, but just in a nice big forward lean. So I've got a couple of garden chairs here. I could secure them and do my push-ups on the back of a garden chair, as long as it's secure so that it's not going to slide while you do your push-ups. I don't think there's anything else I need to prep you for. 100 squats, sumo side bends. Okay, so we're going to get going. We're going to be serenaded by the birds. Our housing association is on a bird sanctuary, so we do get a lot of chatter and blue jays and cardinals and a couple of hawks even. So you'll hear that as we work out. Okay, we're going to get started with the 100. I'm grabbing my fitness circle. I'm going to be doing it from traditional, meaning my back on the mat, and I'm going to bring my head and shoulders up off the mat and extend my legs out. If you're doing it from upright, if you want your prop, you can have it between the knees or behind your back, and you will tuck under and stay with us for the whole 100. I'm not going to deviate at all. I'm just going to get into one position and keep it for the full 100. So, all right, get into position, get a good breath, and on the exhale, come up into your 100 position and pump. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale 2, 4, 10, in and out, 20 in and out, 30 in and out, 40 in and out, 50 in and out, 60 in and out, 70 in and out, 80 in and out, 90 in, 5 and out, 2, 3, 4, 100 in and crunch, and come on down. Nicely done. Rolling up. Alrighty, we're going to go into squats next. I got 2-pound weights. You don't need weights, you don't need any prop, but if you're going to use some, grab them. We're going to do 25, one set of 25. You can carry on after and grab another set of 25 if you'd like. 25 is good. Feel free to stop at 10, 15, or wherever you need to stop. Once you start breaking form, clearly that's when you stop. Remember with your squat, your feet are going to be about hip distance apart and parallel. So your knees are going to go forward. You don't want to be turned out and the knees going out to the side. So you're going to stay forward. Your back is going to be in a little bit of a forward incline. You're going to maintain the scapula the whole time. Never let the back arch. Keep the abs pulled up towards the spine. Ready for 25? Get a good breath. And 2. Don't completely upright the body as you come up. That keeps the back working a little bit harder. And 7. And 8. Press down into heavy air. And 10. 11. 12. And 13. 15. 16. 17. 18. And 20. 5 more. 1. And 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right, great stuff. So again, when we finish the video, if you want to do more squats, come back and do another set. It's always great to be able to build up a couple of sets of 25. If you're keeping your workout fairly short, then you want to, again, pick those multitaskers and maybe do a few sets of them. So the next thing are sumo side bends. So working the obliques. I'm going to keep my hand weights. You don't need a weight. But you do need a nice wide plie. You're going to dip the hips down, slightly tuck under. You want to stabilize the pelvis and everything below the hip line, if you will, so that you're working only the upper body and you're not moving those legs at all. They stay stock still, and that way we can keep the work concentrated in your obliques. Make sure you don't hike the shoulders up. Keep your cervical neutral, so you'll be still looking straight forward even as you do your side bends. You don't need to turn the head. Don't look up. You don't want to crunch the back of the neck. Ready for 25 on each side. So it's a dip. Make sure that plie is wide enough so that the knees are not going beyond the feet. And here we go. And 1. And 2. Try to keep those elbows lifted and don't let them drop. And 5. And 6. 7. And 8. Keep those abs in. 9. Press the whole foot into the mat. Don't just press from the heel or the toe. Uh-oh, lost count. Call that 13. 14. Don't you miss that. 15. And 16. 17. And 18. 19. And 20. And 21. 2. 3. And 4. And 25. Alrighty, nicely done. Again, you can come back when you're finished the round that we're going to do and throw in some more sumo side bends. Those can also be done sitting down, remember. I showed you that in an earlier video. Just be sitting on something that doesn't have arms so that you can sit and do the side bend. Next are push-ups. And I'm going to use my big ball. Again, your variations. Military style. Hands on the mat, on your toes, plank position. Make sure your hands are slightly turned inward, not a lot, just a little bit, because that encourages the elbows to go out to the side. You don't need to get all the way to the floor. You just need to do your push-up so that your elbows come to about a right angle. You don't need the elbows to go behind the body. You don't want to strain the back of the shoulder. So choose the level at which you need to work. Again, as I said earlier, I got garden chairs, a good garden chair on my feet, and leaning my whole body forward. Bottom line is you want to keep a plank position through the hips. You don't want to be in any kind of a bent or a pike position. You want to fire up those glutes so that your body is in a pretty straight line, either from the knees to the shoulders or from the ankle to the shoulder. So I'm going to grab my ball. We're going to do 2 sets of 10. If you're using a ball, you can have it on your shin or higher up in the leg. Higher up in the leg will take a little bit more load off the shoulder. Further down so that your ankles are on the ball will add to that load and also make your core work a little bit harder. So just choose where you need to be. You're going to do 2 sets of 10. So you can always change. Choose the harder one first and then ease off in the second set. All right. Hands nice and wide. Slightly turned in. Whoops. Get into your plank position. And make sure you don't sink in the shoulders, by the way. And don't let that head drop. Keep the head up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Quick little rest. Remember, if you break form, you stop early. So make sure you keep the hips low. Ready for set 2? All right. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alrighty. Great stuff. It can be challenging, but you do want to challenge yourself. As you get stronger, challenge yourself a little bit more by either adding reps or changing the intensity. But if you change the intensity, don't make it such a leap that you can only do a couple. Just slowly increase the intensity. You might want to reduce the reps a few. But find just where you need to be on that. As you do your push-ups, again, in your log, try to see if you can up the number that you're doing from the previous time, provided that you're doing the same form. If you've upped the intensity, then again, drop back a little bit and start to build that up again. All right, so the last one is tricep press. So the push-ups are great for the shoulder girdle in the front, back of the shoulders, biceps, triceps, mid-back, pecs. But we want to just focus a little bit more on triceps only. So I'm going to use my weights. I've got 2-pounders. You can use 3. You don't need any weight. If you're not using a weight, all you need to do really is just squeeze that muscle nice and tight as you lengthen it out. Your goal is to keep that elbow back there and straighten the arm out and squeeze it until you feel that tricep really getting the workout. So we are going to do 2 sets of 10. Again, I'm going to use weights. You'll be in a forward lunge position. Front knee a little bit bent. You're not locking the back leg. The knee is still a little bit soft. You're trying to keep the heel on the floor. A little bit of a forward lean. Don't let the head drop. Don't let the shoulders round. Keep them stabilized. You're going to get a good breath. Pull the elbows and shoulder blades back. And then exhale, squeeze and lengthen. And 2. And squeeze. And 4. You don't need a lot of these to feel them. And 7. And 8. 9. And 10. Nicely done. Quick rest while we're resting. Now I could still do those in form and get to the full range of motion, but that's really all I'm doing here if I'm not applying my inner body tension, whether you use a weight or not. Even if you have a weight, apply that inner body tension so that you get everything out of it. You'll feel the difference. I'm going to switch feet. Make sure you keep your hips square. Let's go for our last set of 10. Inhale by pulling the elbows and shoulder blades back. And by the way, I didn't say, elbows stay by you, not out to the side. You don't want to do that kind of position. They stay in close. Get a good breath. And exhale, squeeze. And 2. And 3. 4. And 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Squeeze. Nicely done. All right, so we're stretching. First we'll do a tricep stretch, and that's with the arm behind your head. Try to keep the elbow close to the head and pull it back. Don't let the back arch. Try to keep it tucked under. Just get a good stretch here. A couple of good deep breaths. And let that muscle stretch out. Other side. Up and back. Get a breath. And I haven't seen Rocky Raccoon in a couple of days. So hopefully he's found another place to find some water. All right, good tricep. Shoulder stretch. Arm out in front. Remember, 2 positions. Protract, pull it across. It's a big stretch. It will get into your mid-back. Couple of good breaths. Relax the fingers. And retract and hold it back while you just encourage it towards your midline. It's not as big a movement, but it's more into the shoulder joint. Be gentle. Couple of good breaths. Relax the fingers. Other arm. Protract. Big stretch. And retract. Gentle pull. All right, side stretch. Maybe we'll save that for last because we'll do the side twist. You want a hamstring, glute, and quad stretch. So hamstrings first. Hands on the mat, not on your body. And nice big deep breath into the upper back. Roll the spine up. You're going to flex the feet, push out through the heels, try to keep the back flat, and hinge forward. It's not a big movement. It's really just working the pelvis so that you get an extra stretch in the top of the hams and also in the calf. quad stretch, lying on your side. You can hook your foot or grab it, support your head, and pull the heel to the seat or pull the leg behind you. You can keep the angle at the knee a little bit more open. Just don't let the knee raise up above hip height. Ease out of it. Other side. Make sure you relax the toes. Piriformis stretch as we worked our glutes in the squats. And then the other side. I keep imagining one of these birds is going to drop on me one day when I'm doing this video. If that happens, I'll put it in with a bunch of bloopers. And then lastly, stretching out the obliques and the abs, we're going to do a side twist. So you're going to roll over on your side. Make sure you've got some room behind you. Knees up at hip height will give you the better stretch in the lower back. Bottom rib a little bit lifted, arms in front of you. You could get a small support for your head, although when you're in your twist, you might not want it there. So just hang your head to start with. Inhale to float the arm up, and exhale. Squeeze those knees together and tuck the hips under as you open out behind you. You could always hold the top knee with that other hand. Use your abs to pull you back to start and then return the arm. Again, inhale, arm up. I haven't rotated yet. Now I'm going to exhale and open up my chest and get a good stretch. Remember, when you come back, don't lift the arm up first. The arm stays out there while you use your abs to pull you back, then return the arm. Other side. Bottom rib lifted. Inhale up. Exhale. And relax it all back. Couple of good breaths. Use your abs to pull your body back to square, then return the arms. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale, open out. Keep those hips tucked under, and a couple of good breaths. Use those abs to pull you back and return. Alrighty. So, thanks for working out with me. That was great. Great multitasker workout. 5 exercises, but you're hitting a little bit of everything. So it's a great one to fall back to. And I'm just going to call this Workout with Me so that you'll know you've got all of them in the one short little workout. All right, guys, carry on. Have a great day. See you tomorrow.